Logan! Yeah. Hey, Logan, I found it!
You found what?
Come here, I found it, hurry!
What is it?
Oh my gosh, Logan, it's our podcast!
Oh my gosh, I found it!
We found our podcast!
I'm so glad we found it.
Wow.
I thought it was somewhere. I didn't know where it was.
Right,
though.
it was, we have been looking for our podcast for 3 months.
I can't believe we just now found it.
I know,
It's
your
been
mom
3
was,
months.
your mom was totally right. Look in the last place you had it, right? Oh my gosh, and it's right where we left it.
I think that might have been the problem, though.
Oh
this
my
is a different
gosh.
spot where we recorded it from last time.
Okay, yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
hey guys, we found our podcast.
We're back.
Yeah.
If you're wondering why it's been 3 months. I mean, we lost our podcast, yes, but we didn't really have a drive to find it because Super Inefficient Golf did very well. So we do this podcast right when we need money, and then Love is a Battlefield did very bad.
Right.
Did not do good.
Bad in the box
real
office.
stinker.
Awful.
So we had to record quickly.
Yes.
To get some money. Super Inefficient Golf did very well.
Super well.
It
We
did
made so
good.
much money.
We didn't even think about the podcast for 3 months.
I
We
know.
were just riding
Well, we didn't
that
need
game.
to. We did not need to because we had so much money. We did not need more money from the podcast, right?
Until now.
Until now, we have done some excess spending,
We spent a little bit too much.
and now we are crawling back to you all because we need more money.
We need a lot of money.
need so much
Some
money.
would say we don't have any money.
Some would say, and this is news to you, we have negative money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So we
Shouldn't have done that joint bank account.
We really gotta make a banger this week. It's gotta be a really, really good game.
It's probably fate that we found the podcast today.
I know. Golly, God works in mysterious ways.
I'm just glad we found it. You ready to jump in
I
and hit
am.
some dingers?
Hey guys, we're Games Sold Separately, a game idea podcast where we come up with the greatest games imaginable.
We've never made a bad game.
And we market them to you, and we sell them to you, and they're amazing, and you enjoy them.
And you pay us money.
And sometimes you guys send us your ideas. And so, I got a wild story for you. The problem we had last podcast was that I said the wrong Twitter handle, and so nobody sent us their ideas. So in the second episode, we corrected that. We said, hey, we're at Games Separate on Twitter. Send us your ideas at Games Separate. We also have a hashtag now, hashtag Games Please. So if you're embarrassed and you don't want your friends to know you listen to this podcast, just send out some random idea and hashtag Games Please, and we'll use that one. However, people did that. There were a ton of them. Second, however, they all got deleted. Except for one that I screenshotted.
Okay.
So it's this is because it's a real banger.
Okay.
It's a real banger. So this one comes from Jess on Twitter at Guys It's Me Jess. She says, at Game Separate, Nintendogs, but with human babies. Instead of competitions, you can enter them in baby pageants, potty train them, bathe them, take them to the play place at the mall. ... Endless possibilities. Well, Jess, I have a better idea.
Okay, good.
Right.
Good.
So we'll take that concept, but it's just a little too out there, and it seems like a little bit too much money. Also, we have no money.
We don't have any
we can't
money.
really develop an idea like that to the fullest. We can't really start from scratch. So, Logan, I rewrote this pitch.
Okay.
And I'm going to pitch it to you now.
Thank you, Jess, on Twitter for giving us this
right, here
idea
we
that
go,
we
here we
didn't
go.
use.
Logan, do you know what the worst part about having a baby is?
What's that?
You have to wait 9 months for them to get here. But with our new hit game, Nintendogs and Babies, you will have to wait only 2 to 5 business days for your baby to arrive on your doorstep. Hey Logan,
Yeah.
do you also know what the worst part about having a baby is?
I don't.
They are very expensive. But Nintendogs and Babies only cost $59.99 plus shipping and handling. Unless we sell on Amazon, then Prime members get free shipping. Nintendogs and babies allows you to take your baby on the go, wherever you go, because your baby can now fit in your pocket. Your baby will also never grow up to be an angsty teen, and if you don't like your baby, just get a new one. Take your baby for a walk, feed your baby, trade babies with friends. Nintendogs and Babies gives you the family you've always wanted without the hassle of interacting with others. Pre-order your copy of Nintendogs and Babies now using the link in the description.
Okay, I have one question. Mm-hmm. Your pitch was very good.
Absolutely.
I'll take 9 copies.
You don't have money.
That's true. I forgot. But you mentioned Nintendogs with babies.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about the dogs.
No.
What are the dogs?
Okay, so this is what I was talking. This is what I was hitting on when I said earlier. We don't have the budget to start from scratch. We take Nintendogs, the game, and just put like baby skins over the dogs.
Oh my! So they're always crawling around on all fours.
It's Nintendogs and babies. And we don't change anything except for the fact that the dogs can now look like babies.
Okay, so like the disc throwing competition, you would still throw a disc to your baby, but it would jump up like a dog.
Mm-hmm. Your baby would just wander around your house, whichever house you buy. You take your baby on a walk on that sidewalk and get the little presents every now and then. You take your baby to the dog park and they play with other dogs. It's the exact same hit game Nintendogs, but now with babies.
Is it still on the DS?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're literally changing
We
nothing.
don't have enough money to change anything.
Okay. I'm just not used to being put in this creative hole with 0 money. Please buy our games.
Yeah, well, me too. And it puts a real damper on our creative process. But I think that, thank you, Jess, once again. This was a real winner. I think that people would buy this.
I think that people would buy this, but the problem is I think we'd get into some legal issues with just putting out Nintendo.
No, screw you, Nintendo. We've already had this conversation.
We don't have money to hire lawyers.
Well, we will once this banger sells.
Okay, we might need something.
Nintendo never sues anybody. People have the Mario 64 online game and the Mario, the first one where you could play mode. Nobody ever gets sued by Nintendo. Nobody ever.
Okay, but if we do, we don't have money to get lawyers. We'd have to represent ourselves. I know 2 legal words, and that's gavel and judge.
Well, guess what? This is not a Nintendo game. It's Nintendogs and Babies. It's our own IP.
Okay, maybe, let me float this out there. We do a quick cash grab on one of these ideas I'm about to suggest, and then we then come out with Nintendogs plus babies. With babies.
And babies.
And babies.
Nintendogs
I'm so
and
sorry.
Babies. I'm following that formula of Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
It's Nintendogs and Babies. Because we want to also have,
Didn't they do Nintendogs and cats? And so we're still following in Nintendogs' like footsteps.
I mean, yeah.
Or paw steps.
But this like adds a whole new like level. It's like a family element.
It makes you a lot more attached to your babies.
Exactly, right? But if you don't like, again, the pits, if you do not like them, you can trade them or get a new one, or...
Do they have stats? That's what I'm wondering. So, like, if my baby is really good at catching that Frisbee, but it's really bad at going out on walks because it gets tired, can I then... But, like, let's say I like the walking part of the game, and you have a baby that's the reverse. Right. Could I trade my baby with the higher disc catching, like, stat to you, and I get to go on walks longer, but you get to be better at disc catching?
Here's my question to you.
Okay.
Could you do that in the original Nintendogs?
Yeah, I don't think you could trade dogs in the original... Could you trade dogs in the original Nintendogs?
So maybe you can't trade babies, but you can get new ones, and if there are these stat things that you were talking about in the original, then heck yeah, you can...
I keep forgetting we're not making a new game, we're literally just putting skins on Nintendogs. Yeah, okay, so... Alright.
Well, let's move on to something that gives us a little more creativity.
Let's move on to something that maybe
Thanks
we can
again,
make.
Jess.
Thanks, Jess. You rock. If you want to submit your game ideas and be as cool as Jess, that's at Games Separate on Twitter.
At Games Separate or hashtag Games Please.
Game Please. So I've got something, quick cash grab. We need that. We need a very quick cash grab.
Sounds right up my alley.
What's the most popular thing in the world right now? The most popular thing in the world, don't even answer that. It's applications for your phone or apps.
Wow.
There's apps for everything.
That's what that stands for.
Applications for your phone, aka apps. And so I've got an app suggestion.
We haven't developed one of these yet. So.
Raise your hand if you own a phone. So that's In case you couldn't tell, that's our hands
Those are our
quickly
hands,
raising.
yeah,
So
sound
that's
effects.
2 for 2. So we're assuming everyone on Earth has one now because our focus group is 100%.
Right, yeah.
You've got a phone. You've heard of apps.
You're listening to this on your phone right now.
That maybe, but probably.
So, yeah.
So just you'll go to the App Store, right? This is called Don't Knock Twice. So Don't Knock Twice is an app. We mentioned that.
Yes.
You click it, right? And it's a big red button. And it says,
Okay.
knock. And so this is going to be a big event. We're going to have a huge marketing campaign on Twitter because we don't have money, can't afford ads.
No.
So we're just going to get people to tweet about it.
Right.
And it's going to blow up because the prize is a lot of money that we give to the person that wins.
It's $11 billion.
$11 billion.
$11 billion.
That we definitely have.
We do have $11 billion.
And so you turn the app on by clicking it. You don't turn it on. I feel old now. So you open the app, and it's a big button that says knock. Everyone in the world, when the app goes live, will press that button once. They will knock.
Yeah.
So they've knocked once. It's called
Okay.
Don't Knock Twice.
Yeah.
If you were the last person that hopped on at the beginning, and then if you knock twice, you're out.
Okay.
The game said don't knock twice, but we don't tell anybody this, obviously.
Okay.
So you press the button, and then you're like, now
So
what?
exclusively, you can only learn how to play if you have listened to this episode of our podcast.
Yes, which
It's $11 billion
$11
episode
billion
here,
dollars.
so-
So here's what happens. So you knock once, right?
Yeah.
And then you close the app. You
Okay.
even delete the app. I
Yeah.
don't know, but our program has been put on your phone without your knowledge. You signed the terms and conditions. So
Wow.
at any point while you're using your phone,
Mm-hmm.
you could be typing a text, you could be watching a YouTube video, about to click that skip ad button.
Mm-hmm.
The app, even if you don't have it, would put the button back on the screen exactly where you're getting ready to click.
Wow.
And then boom, you've knocked twice, you're out.
You're out.
And
And you don't
so-
get a redo.
You don't get a redo, and you can't get multiple devices to like have a fleet of like more chances
Okay.
to win.
Maybe you have to do like the thumbprint thing.
You have to do like a thumbprint thing, and we will collect that data and say you can't ever play
Right.
the game again.
Okay.
And so if you knock twice, you're out. And so everyone would be like, I'm just not going to use my phone then, so I win. If you're inactive on your phone for more than, I don't know, an hour and a half, you're also out. So you have to be doing things on your phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
People do that anyways.
The winner gets $11 billion, though.
$11
And I think this would be a really good, like, publicity stunt for our podcast.
Right, yeah.
Because no one's going to win this.
Okay.
No one ever will win this.
I have a few questions.
Okay.
Obviously, we can develop this ourselves, right? We can just look up a lot of YouTube videos and make this.
We just make an app. It can't be that hard.
If the app is free,
Yes.
how do we make money?
No, the app will be $600. It's a pretty big. No, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of
let's
money.
Say,
A lot of
let's say.
people don't have
Let's say
$600.
$2.99. $2.99.
$2.99. Okay.
So you're like,
That's still a lot of
but
money
you might
for an
win
app.
$11 billion.
So here's what I'm thinking. Just one improvement. It's don't knock twice. What if the red button is a red door?
Okay, that's
And
aesthetics,
you
but
just-
yes,
and
that's
you
better.
just click it. So then you're not limited to the button. So then when the app randomly opens, it's like boom. There's the door. So
Okay.
it fills your whole screen. And if you touch it again, you're like shoot.
Okay.
And then it opens and it says you're a loser.
Okay, good. And that
So-
way you know you didn't win.
However,
Yes.
when the door opens, it's a free app. Let's go back to free because everybody
Okay.
downloads a free app,
That's
especially
true.
when they have the chance to win $11 billion.
$11
Here we go.
billion.
The door opens. You're a loser. Right underneath of it is a little shop icon. They can click on that. Microtransaction.
Oh,
They get
man.
a second life.
For how much?
Now that's the kicker. The first one is $25,
Oh my.
and then it's $50, and then it's $100, and then it's $200.
So it
you
keeps
can
doubling.
it just doubles and doubles and doubles until somebody eventually pays us $11 billion.
Right, and then anything after that $11 billion
Right.
is sheer profit
Yes.
that we can put
And
into
then
Nintendo's
nothing
babies.
Ever. The game will like never end because so many people and you can join at any time, right? Anybody
Okay.
can join at any time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the last person to knock twice wins.
Which won't happen. 'Cause-
Ever.
Ever. Because people will keep buying those extra
It's
lives.
like cryptocurrency. You have the chance to win a lot of money, but it's never gonna happen.
It's never going to happen. See, $11 billion, they'd be like, oh man, I could use $11 billion. But then they're like, I should pay $25 to get back into the running for $11 billion. Because it's $11 billion.
It's $11 billion. A lot of Bill Gates doesn't even have that.
Hey, let's go on the side. Let's go off podcast real
okay.
quick. I say, this becomes The Lottery 2, the sequel to The Lottery. So it becomes
So
like
don't
that.
knock twice, the lottery too.
Don't knock twice, the lottery too. So you know how like no one ever wins the lottery? No one's ever won the lottery?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't, so no one has.
Of course.
And so it's like same with this. But we don't tell people that. So it's the same marketing thing. I just think that we could make this the lottery too if we really
wins.
like the lottery is on paper, right?
Yeah.
That's very in the past. Paper's dead. But like this is the lottery on
phone
your
lottery.
phone.
It's
the phone lottery. Okay, back on podcast.
Okay.
So this isn't a scam.
It's not, definitely not. Absolutely not a scam. We never make scams. So by the time this podcast comes out, Don't Knock Twice will be on the App Store. You now have a chance to win $11 billion.
This might be a little too this idea might be a little too crazy, but the thing I hate about the lottery, which this is not like,
Yes.
is that you can't like hurt other people's chances at the lottery.
Okay.
You're only focused on yourself.
Right.
I think with Don't Knock Twice, you can also buy power-ups. So you buy, like, if I know that you're playing Don't Knock Twice, and I get really greedy, I could pay $10 for a 24-hour double door for you.
Wow.
So the door would open more times.
A
A 24-hour double door. And so it would open twice as much than it normally would for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much? How much would you pay? $25.
$25 for a 24-hour double door.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, different power-ups. So maybe you pay $50 for a door freeze. And so it comes out half as much on your phone.
Oh, wow. That would be crazy.
We keep making
That would
money
be
on
wild.
this.
That would be... You could also pay $100 and your friend's phone would just be the door for 24 hours.
Oh, they'd lose all their snap streaks.
And then they would like, oh, I have to knock on the door or else,
Or else I can't tweet to the masses. I gotta just, I'll knock.
Yeah.
Boom, and then you tweet, and then you pay $25 and you're back in the race.
Yeah. Wow.
I think we just made all of the money in the world.
It'll be so hot. It'll be like Pokemon Go where everybody's friends are playing and they're all like messing with each other. Oh,
They're like, haha, I got you a present for your birthday. It's a double door. I think we would really tear some families apart here.
I really
with
think
greed.
this is a very, very good idea. And heck, let's just develop this one.
Okay, well, we're going to do this one. By the time this episode goes up, check your local app
It'll just
store.
be there. It'll just be
Don't
there.
Knock Twice, trademark of Games Sold Separately,
Right.
LLC.
Wow.
I think
I think we've made all of our money back there.
That's good. So now our creative restraints are lifted.
They're totally
We can
gone.
do whatever we
They
want.
are so gone.
We probably should have done this one first so we could have talked about Nintendogs with babies more, but that's in the past.
Yeah,
Can't
well,
go back.
Jess has been waiting 3 months for us to talk about.
That's true. We had to get it first. Sorry,
But
Jess.
for everybody else that we lost your tweets, I'm super sorry. Please tweet right back at us at GameSeparate or #GamesPlease. Moving on. I was going through my extensive list of like amazing ideas because if I don't get all the creative juice out of my brain, my head will explode. So I had to write all of my ideas down, and now looking back at them, there's a lot of them where I just wrote down like the name of it or I don't know two nouns,
and they just don't really go together.
and so I'm a little lost. I'm gonna pick one though that I think is a real winner.
Okay.
Sports grandparents.
Sports grandparents. Okay.
So let's talk about sports grandparents here. I'm envisioning. Here we go. I'm gonna close my eyes and envision, or close my eyes. I'm gonna envision.
This is good Foley work you're doing.
I'm gonna envision what this game would mean to me because I know that in that state of like complete euphoria and creative mojo, I knew exactly what I wanted this game to be. But now I just really need to get this off the list so that later on we don't come back to this and then we don't know what it is. Like right now. So, Sports Grandparents is a game where you play sports as grandparents.
Which sports?
All of them.
Every sport?
It's like Wii Sports, but instead of a me, you're a grandparent and the sports play better.
Okay, so it's a better Wii Sports with
So it's like an EA Sports game, but all the characters are grandparents.
Does that mean that their stats are a little bit worse than in EA Sports' Football 11?
I think the stats are about what you would expect from a grandparent.
Okay, so like tackling, probably not the best.
Whoa, okay, back it up. You're right. All of the sports are from a nursing home league. So all the nursing homes are like, whoa, what can we do to engage our grandparents more? What can we do to make them happy? What activities can we bring to the table? They're so bored with playing the piano and crocheting and scrapbooking. What can we do? Boom. Sports. So now all of the nursing homes create a sports league, and they can just play all the sports, all of them.
Every sport?
All the popular ones, like soccer, baseball, football, basketball. I think track would be funny, and tennis.
Could we get some sort of aquatic element into it, such as skiing, like water skiing or wakeboarding for those I think that, real gangster
DLC.
grandparents? Okay.
DLC. We can do the extreme sports pack.
That's
and then,
true.
Like,
okay.
the
Let's focus on the main.
So the main body. So just think about how it would be if your grandma is like 70 years old and she's playing football. Right?
Okay.
That's how this game would play.
Okay, but it wouldn't be bad because everyone else would be
grandparents as well.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Is literally the only thing that could allow your character to play in the grandparents league is if you're a grandparent?
Yes.
Or do you have to be like the age where you'd be in a nursing home?
Oh, I know
because
what you're talking
then
about.
you'd get younger grandparents that would
maybe
like,
old people sports.
Nursing
home sports.
Nursing home sports.
Nursing home sports.
Okay, that's better because then you've got around the same age group ish of players and participants. So
I think all of them have to be like disabled to some extent.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just like not in top form, because there are some like 90-year-old guys out there who could bench press more than I can, which is not. I mean, that's not to say a lot, but
it's more than
like
us.
They're in shape, so it's like.
Well, I think that's like you want that guy in your team.
If we're talking about people in nursing homes, if they're in the nursing home, they obviously. I mean.
That's true. Okay, so
they can't take care of themselves.
So, question about the game. So, is it like really good, like physics engines on sports, like better than Madden, better than 2K, better than FIFA, better than all that? Like the physics engines are so good, but the players are so bad that it's like you can't fully enjoy it, and you're like, I wish the other games were like this, but I have grandparents that I'm controlling. Is that the kind of tension that's in the game?
I think that we're in 2019, baby. I think that the physics and the mechanics are just like top notch. They're like top. Like if they were in an EA or a EA Sports game, like it would be like a revolutionary. However, you are controlling a grandparent.
Crawling,
but like, well, they might.
They might.
But
be.
like, okay, I think that. But it needs to be enjoyable, or no one else is going to play this.
That's true. Right? Are the sports augmented in any way to help the grandparents?
Okay, the only way that I'm thinking that they're augmented is that they, the rules would change a little bit to where the characters are allowed to have like something to assist them. Like if your grandma has a walker, she's going to be having a walker or like a wheelchair.
And the walker helps
like
her like
or something.
It helps her like endurance, but it slows her speed because she does have to push around a walker.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's power up items, but only old people items.
See, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about power ups. So what they would do is, oh no, he needs a power up. He'd just go to the medicine counter and. Down whatever medicine he needs, and then he would come back to
one person's like, oh, I need that.
Oh, there goes Terrence, and Terrence is heading for the medicine counter. Oh, he got his protein pills. And now he could, like, walk better or something.
So it's like, oh, you're a wide receiver in football, and you need that extra little get up and go to beat the corner.
Right.
So you go to the medicine cabinet and get those oxygen tubes up your nose, so it's like a PED.
So here's what I'm thinking. These aren't power-ups. These are just, like, things that you have to do or else your character... So, like, yeah... Terrence is going to get his protein pills because if he doesn't eat them right there, it's like, dang. But like, oh no, there goes Doris. Oh, what? She's confused. What is she doing? Oh, she's trying to make her way to the medicine cabinet. Oh, she took her dementia pills and now she can remember how to play the game and what she's doing.
So does every character have meters that go down? So like in the middle of the game. So okay, so you know how in sports, right? You get tired, so you gotta go sit on the bench.
Some of them.
In sport, maybe I don't know. So this one, they don't get tired. They're the ultimate athlete grandparents.
I think that they do get tired.
No,
really
I was
quickly.
saying, but they have other meters. So like this one's got his oxygen tank meter. So as that one goes to, it's all the same meter, but we just have different items that would like replace it. Or do we just want them to play like one play and then you have to switch your entire team?
Yeah,
out
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So you have like a 70 player roster for basketball. And like every few minutes you got to switch them out. Clarence. He's looking a little winded. Okay, or then they can also stop by the medicine depot or whatever. I don't think we have a meter because then people can like track whenever they need to do something.
True.
I think that
sneak attack.
I think it's just like random. Like, oh no, He's having heart palpitations. Oh no! Oh, get the paramedics out there! Get him! And then they come up with the, and then
oh my,
Randall's just good to go.
Randall's fine. Okay, so it's a sports game, but with twists thrown in. So like,
well, it's not really a twist because this can be expected.
Okay, so it's just like at any point, your star quarterback Gertrude, she just might.
Oh, Gertie.
She just might like fall.
Oh yeah.
And you need to call the life alert people, and you have to wait the few minutes for life alert to get there.
Yeah.
And then they will. She's fine, and then she'll keep playing again. But you had to wait.
She won't be fine. She'll be out for a little while.
Okay,
we'll have to
but you
have
had to wait.
in-game time be a little faster than.
You had to wait 10 minutes though
Right.
of real time, just of watching the whole team
Right.
just kind of stand around.
So like say she has like a weak heart or something.
Okay.
You can save up enough money so that like you can buy upgrades for your characters later. Like Kenny's got like really like weak, his bone density in his ankles is really bad, so we're gonna buy him splints or like ankle braces, and so the chances for that to happen is lowered a little less, or something like that. However, Helga has a weak heart. Oh no, you can purchase a heart transplant, but that's a lot more money than shin splints are.
That's a lot of money though.
Okay, we spent way too much time on this, and this was very, very good. This is a very good game. I think it could go pretty far. We'll come back to this, maybe. Sports grandparents.
Okay.
Nursing home sports, sorry.
Nursing home sports.
Nursing home sports.
Okay, I've got one.
Yes.
I've got an idea, and I literally thought about this, I don't know, an hour ago. So
Okay.
here's how fleshed out this one is. This game is for VR exclusively. You cannot play this game if you don't have a VR headset.
I would not be able to play this game.
Correct. It's an exclusive club to those that have a VR headset
Wow.
and controllers.
Okay.
This game is called Sandcastle Builder.
I already love this game.
Yeah, but you can't play it, though, because you don't have VR.
That's true.
You'd have to go buy VR. So Sandcastle Builder, are you ready for this?
Yes.
In a shocking twist of games sold separately logic, Sandcastle Builder is free.
What?
Free.
How are we ever going to make money on Sandcastle Builder if it's free?
It's free. It's for the people. This is a people's game. Let me explain what Sandcastle Builder is. You build sandcastles, but
What?
yeah, I can tell you're really excited.
Okay. I never saw that one coming.
Okay, so with most VR, you know how the cool thing is like you're in the world. You can move around, you can walk around and do cool things. You can like hit blocks with lightsabers, and it's awesome.
Wow.
Sandcastle Builder is a more relaxed VR experience. So, with Sandcastle Builder, you'll actually sit on your floor. With the VR stuff on, you'll sit on your floor like you're sitting on a beach, because the game takes place on a beach. Every player is on the same beach. So it's a really big beach. Okay. It just goes for miles and miles and miles and miles.
Well, it doesn't have to be too big, because I think that the market for people that have VR headsets is pretty small. But yeah, I mean, everybody could fit on this beach.
No. I'm saying maybe we could release it for like Google Cardboard, so like the phone VR. The point is that you have immersion like that, and maybe controllers for hands, or maybe just a controller. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay. But so it's mainly for VR, and we'll see if we can adapt it.
No, I don't think we need to.
Okay, never mind. VR only. Cool. And so you pick where on the beach you'd like to just sit down. And you just sit down on the beach, and all of your tools are on the sand next. You know, you're like sandcastle tools. You got the little plastic spoon and the little plastic bucket,
and the molds.
And you can build any sandcastle you can think of.
That is so creative.
You can spend a lot of time building sandcastle, but here comes the game sold separately twist that we like to pull.
But I thought you said this wasn't gonna happen.
It's free. We also have Sandcastle Builder Pro for $19.99. But
wow.
So it's like, why would I buy Sandcastle Builder Pro when I could buy Sandcastle?
Okay, wait, let me give you this layup real quick.
Uh-huh.
Logan, if our game is free, why in the world would you buy Sandcastle Builder Pro?
How many times have you been playing a game where you can build things, and then you got to go do something else, so you got to turn the game off?
Right, because you can't live you can't live in this world.
Can't live in Sandcastle Builder. So you turn the VR headset off, you turn whatever you're playing off. Uh-oh, all of your progress is gone.
What? Yeah. I spent so much time on that sandcastle.
Yeah, it's gone. All of your decorations, all of your sandcastle, even your plot of land is gone. Somebody else could go there now.
Oh, no way.
Sandcastle Builder Pro, $19.99 MSRP, allows you to save. You can save your sandcastles.
You have to buy the save function? That's so intuitive.
You have to buy your save function. So, that is what we kind of release to the public.
Right.
But I'm not done. This feels like an infomercial. I don't like
this. This goes further?
Yeah. So, for $59.99, and we don't market this at all. You have to find this.
Yeah.
Sandcastle Builder Deluxe. Sandcastle
Which-
Builder Deluxe is $59.99, and like you have to purposefully type that into Steam in order to find
Right.
Sandcastle. Okay, Sandcastle Builder Deluxe adds one feature and one feature only. You can roam the beach and just knock people's sandcastles down.
Oh,
You're using like your VR hands, and you're just like you
a
come up.
$60 destruction fee.
Yes, but like no one knows that you're allowed to do this until you see one guy, and you're like, how are you walking on the beach? Oh no, you're coming. Oh no, why are you getting closer to me?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh
I've
my
spent
gosh.
years. I saved this sandcastle. A boom, and
Spent
it's gone.
years.
I spent years on this sandcastle, and you just knocked it down, and it's autosave. So like. You can't just reload your save file of your big castle.
Dang,
and so
yeah.
you can just have the fun of destroying people's hopes and dreams inside of Sandcastle Builder for $59.99. I don't know how much
this
more
sounds,
there
this
is.
sounds awesome, right? This is like, and this is a great, because there's plenty of trolls out there, and they'll pay $60 to destroy stuff. Can we then make a Sandcastle Builder Deluxe Pro where your sandcastle is invulnerable?
Does that then like hurt the person that just has Sandcastle Builder Deluxe and they try to break it and their hand breaks?
I
in
think
the
it
game?
only hurts their feelings because they're
Okay.
like, oh, I really wanted to destroy that, but I can't.
Wow, someone recreated the Taj Mahal.
Why
inside of
was I
Sandcastle
also
Builder.
thinking the Taj
Were you
Mahal?
really? Oh my gosh. So that has to be something that you do. And if you can build the Taj Mahal on a 1-to-1 scale,
Right.
maybe it says, congrats, you solved Sandcastle Builder. You beat it. But
Yeah.
you can keep playing.
I think, story mode would be...
Or it's like there's one achievement in the game and it's a hidden achievement. And everybody's like, how the heck do I get this achievement?
Right,
and it's
yeah.
only if you build a 1-to-1 scale Taj Mahal.
perfect. It has to be the perfect.
It has to be a literal perfect sand version of the Taj Mahal. Which, I mean, you'd have to spend hours using the backside of your shovel to like smooth
Right,
the corner.
yeah.
Because you still have the same
And
blocks as everybody
you
else.
better have Sandcastle Builder Deluxe Pro, or else that bad boy's getting torn down
Exactly.
real quick.
You would get torn down. So you have to...
Right.
How much is Sandcastle Builder Deluxe Pro?
$89.99.
Okay, but that one's even further hidden than this one.
Right.
And so it's like a big discovery. So you know the magic of discovery in The Legend of Zelda
Right,
Breath
yeah.
of the Wild? It's like that, but each time you discover something, you got to pay more money
Pay
for it.
for it. I think maybe, what if we like put everything behind a paywall? So like saving is $20 and we market that right away. Now you have unlocked the ability to discover Sandcastle Builder Deluxe.
Ooh.
And then you buy that, and then it's like, okay, but now you can protect yourself with Deluxe Pro.
That's good. I'm opening my calculator app real quick to do the math on how much
Yeah,
money
so,
we'd make. So
yeah.
20 plus 60
Plus 90.
plus 90. That's $170 per person that plays Sandcastle Builder.
Yeah, and you're going to spend $500 on a VR headset anyway, so why
Yeah.
not just tack that on?
So why not just tack that on? Because it's going to... Oh, and I forgot to mention, the graphics are very good.
Oh, so good.
They're like...
Each grain
Very
of
good.
sand is like its own...
You put it
thing.
on and you'll be like, I didn't think VR could be like this because it will look better than real life.
You'll probably cry.
You might cry because
It's
also the technology's not even good enough to run it, but it does.
Yeah.
And so it's like, wow, this is magical.
Yeah, wow. You know what, Logan? I think we've come up with some of the greatest ideas this podcast has ever heard of. I mean, it took us 3 months to get back to this point, but wow.
These are some solid
I
games.
feel like we've got some real money makers.
Do we? Well, we actually do have money makers. That's kind of the thing we're focusing on in this
Right.
episode.
Wow. Well, I guess...
This might be the first time we've ever made a game where our only purpose was to make money.
Huh. Well, see you guys in a minute.
All right, we're going to go figure out what game we want to do. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Logan. I'm just in here in the middle of the episode to just do a little housekeeping. Just kind of let y'all know some things that we've got. Sorry for not recording for a while. Maybe we'll do better. Maybe. I don't know. So just want to give a few shout outs. Thank you, Jessica, for giving us that awesome game idea. It was really awesome. If you would like to submit yours, you can do that on Twitter @GamesSeparate. That's the real one, not the fake one. And then if you don't want to tag us, or if you want to tag us and use our super cool hashtag, it's hashtag games, please. Just like to give a shout out to Clayton Roeder for doing our thumbnail. And then also the song Chibi by Skyleo is our song that we use a lot, and it's really cool. So thank you guys for doing that. That's pretty much all I've got. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Tweet about it, tell your friends about it, give us 5 stars, write us a super cool comment. Anything else that would help the channel. What is this, YouTube? I don't know, but the podcast. All right, back to the episode. See you guys. After hours of deliberation, Zach, we have put every one of these ideas under the microscope of our gaming senses.
Yes.
And we want to know which one would do the following question. It's not a question, sorry. Which one I guess it is a question. I don't know how words work. Which one would make us the most money?
Right.
Because that's what we're thinking about for this podcast.
I like that.
I mean, this episode is very money-centric, and I feel like 3 of them would make us a little bit of money until people really just kind of got bored with it.
Yeah.
But I think one of them will stand the test of time.
Me too.
I think it's nursing home sports.
You're kidding me. I thought you were going to say Sandcastle Builder. Okay, Nursing Home Sports is good. I'll go with Nursing Home Sports.
Okay, well, Sandcastle Builder, I feel like, while phenomenal, would get old a little. You just build sandcastles. Right. Nursing Home Sports, I feel like, has a lot of potentials, even some that may not even be sports, though.
Right. See, that's what I was thinking. We need to address the elephant in the room. Logan, you and I are such sports guys. We're such sports guys.
Love when the ball goes in the net.
We did a total oopsie. This is our 2nd episode in a row where we've decided to make a sports game.
Zachary, we've done 2 other episodes of this podcast, and one of them was a sports episode.
Sports episode where we talked about 2 sports games, Berenstain Bears Extreme Sports, and the golf game.
Super inefficient golf. It made us a lot of money.
And so I guess maybe that too, subconsciously, we were like, oh, sports made us a lot of money. There must be a lot of sports gamers out there.
But I don't think we could do this to our fans.
It would be a disgrace. It would be a criminal. It would be a criminal offense if we made a 2nd sports game. So what I'm thinking is, we'll come up with a name later. But it's a game where we keep essentially all the same elements. You're in a nursing home, and maybe sometimes you have to play sports, but it's an adventure game. It's a grandparent adventure game. Have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
No.
Well, that's a game where you fight zombies, but there's 4 people in your team, and you pick to play as one of them. If I'm remembering this correctly, I've only played it like once or twice. So maybe at the beginning of the game, you pick like
a class.
4 grandparents.
Could we have different classes?
Okay, yeah, but I'm thinking that the classes are like, she's confined to a wheelchair. They're more like ailments than they are.
So it's like, pick what thing you want to suffer from.
Right.
It's like, oh, do you want to be prone to heart attacks?
Right.
Oh, do you want to be in a wheelchair but in pretty good health? But it's like your movement is terrible.
Well, I don't know. Wheelchairs.
Okay, your movement is good, but your dexterity is bad.
So that is the only way that it's like Left 4 Dead, by the way, is that there's only 4 people.
Okay.
And I guess we could call it Left 4 Almost Dead.
Oh, wow. That's a little grim, don't you think?
So that's the only way that it's like Left 4 Dead. So you are in an evil nursing home, right?
Okay.
You following me?
Yes.
And you still sometimes have to play sports, or maybe sometimes you have to fight other grandparents because the nursing home forces you into a grandparent tournament.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like Pokemon in the sense where you have random like encounters, right? No, but when you have random encounters in the nursing home, then you have to play a quick game of 1-on-1, but it's like to 2. You play 1-on-1 to 2 points, or like you do this and then you're in a passing competition for football.
See, that's good. Okay, that's a good one. What I was thinking was like more of like a Persona 5, where like you have a deadline till the next tournament, so you know it's coming up.
Okay.
So like and then you can try to prepare for it, or you can try to find a way to escape the nursing home, and that's the whole game. It's like you're trying to escape the nursing home. So you've got to but you have to participate in some of the tournaments to get money.
Oh my gosh, I figured out the bad guy. The bad guy. So you know how like on cruise ships you have like the activities director?
Oh my god.
That is like planning the fun things.
And is always way too happy.
Yes, that's the bad guy in the nursing home. So it's not the bad guy, but you're a crotchety old person. So to you, the happy like nursing home activities director is the bad guy. No, but the nursing home's not an evil nursing home. You just
It's all about perspective.
Oh my gosh, we figured it out.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
So the guy, the like really peppy activities guy is like, hey, don't forget on July 26th we're gonna be playing shuffleboard.
And you have like a calendar
and
above
you're like,
your bed.
oh no, shuffleboard! I don't have any skills in shuffleboard, so you have to be spending your like points that you get. You can only spend so many points in each day, like Persona.
Wow.
So you can only do either A, you can focus on building a relationship with somebody else in the nursing home to get somebody on your shuffleboard team, or you could go out to the shuffleboard court and practice to up your shuffleboard skill, but you can only do one of them each day.
And you hate it so much.
And you're like,
oh my gosh.
You're like, I gotta get out of here.
And like the atmosphere, we're not even going to try to like cover just like the atmosphere. You're seeing it through the character's eyes. Like it is a really nice, windows everywhere, sunlight shining in.
It's a
bright
phenomenal
colors.
nursing
It's
home.
amazing. Wow, that's awesome. But
Oh my
like
goodness.
you're rooting for your grandparent, obviously, to get out of there.
It's your character.
Right.
Like, you have to do this.
Okay. Listen, I don't even know why this idea popped into my head, but this is phenomenal. So, we've played Psychonauts, and you know how you have to select a file, and it's like you have to select a bunk bed or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like that in like a room that it's like has yellow walls and suns painted on whatever.
But it's happy. It's not like
It's
fake
really
happy. It's
right?
not like fake happy.
So this is where you start the game, and and there's 2 bunk beds, which nursing home I don't know why you would do, but just go with me.
Okay.
Here. There's 2 bunk beds, and you select your 4 characters to live in that room together.
Okay. Is this co-op with other people or just by yourself? I feel like this should be a single player.
It can be co-op. It can be like Left 4 Dead is, but it is also, we'll develop it in a way where you can play it. So like you play it by yourself.
Okay.
And it's like, I think it's like strictly story, but then you can also like the multiplayer aspect would be like you can
Maybe it's like free roam and you can just do the competitions in multiplayer. So it's like you can just go play shuffleboard against someone else online.
Yeah. So you would just like pick 1 player, 2 player co-op, or multiplayer, which is just like you're going to play shuffleboard or something with
gotcha.
friends. But like 2 player co-op is like where it would be at, because like you and your friends are like on this team
And you
together,
have to
you're
figure
trying
out-
to figure out how to escape.
You have to also figure out how to divide your points. Because like I could go practice on the
Right,
shuffleboard
right.
court, or the bridge tournament that's coming up with cards.
Yeah.
So I could go play bridge in the lounge, break room, living room,
Yeah.
kitchen, cafeteria, whatever. I don't know. And then
Wherever they play the games?
Wherever they play bridge. I don't know. On bridges.
In the bridge room.
In the bridge room. And so you would go recruit Randy. And Randy's like the biggest.
yeah.
He's like the best bridge. I don't know why my voice did that. He's like the best bridge player.
He's a heavy
legend.
smoker.
I'm Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, and maybe that's his ailment.
No.
Oh my gosh, I hate you. Anyway,
So you have to recruit Randy.
so you have to recruit Randy. Okay, here's the thing. Since he's very famous in this nursing home for being the best bridge player, he's not going to be easy to recruit. You have to spend several days using all of your skill points to build that relationship to get him on your bridge team. So maybe co-op, Zach, I'm going to go practice my bridge skill and get better, but you're not going to be better at bridge because you're spending all of your time recruiting Randy.
Right, yeah.
And so you have to figure out how to divide your points that you can spend each day.
Okay, so here's how I think that the character picking would work. Is like the main character is just a character. Like he is the main character. We will give him a name. Hit me with it now, Logan.
Scarlet, if it's a woman.
It's a man. No, it's a man.
It's a man, Gene.
Gene. Okay, so Gene is your main character, and he is in the nursing home and he hates it and he wants to get out. Right.
For no reason, though. The nursing home is very nice.
And and it's not like he has a memory issue or something. He just hates to be in the nursing home so much,
And he really hates
wants
the
to
activities
escape.
director.
He wants to escape so bad, right? So you start in this this room with 2 bunk beds, and there's 3 it just gives you like 3 random people at the beginning. Maybe they really like the nursing home. Like the nursing home is like super populated, but like there's just a select few of them that hate it, and they're like on Gene's side and they want to escape. So those are the ones that you are able to recruit.
Oh, so you
know
can't
what I mean?
recruit everybody.
No, because you Gene only wants to recruit those who have a similar mindset, so that then you can swap the people in there.
Okay.
So you always play as Gene, and then the second player can play as one of the other three.
So you have to recruit somebody before you can.
I think like the first mission is like recruit somebody
Okay.
for this.
Okay, gotcha. But like, so that's recruiting to escape though. But if like I know the bridge tournament's coming up, can I still go get Randy? Can I still recruit Randy to my bridge team, even if I'm not? Okay,
yeah, I think so.
but those are like things that will come and go. What's the draw to be able to to play bridge? Because your goal is to escape.
What there is a shop. There's a what are they called? Like a redemption counter in places. What are they called at camps? When you go to camps, and
Like canteen.
yeah, there's like a canteen in the nursing home, right? And you don't get money for winning. You get star points. So however many star points you have, you can spend on things in the canteen, like a nail file or something like that. I don't know why. I thought like nail file, and you could file the bars off the windows, but there's not.
There's not bars on the windows because it's very nice.
You just have to like buy. You use your star points to buy certain things. And so here's what I'm thinking is, there's a bridge tournament, yes, but there are multiple tournaments on like a Friday. So you have like all week, and then on a Friday, you can pick a tournament, and they're listed on your calendar that you have.
Okay.
And you can just pick the one that gives you the most star points if you win. So a game of basketball would obviously give you more star points than just a game of bridge.
Okay.
But you have to recruit tyrants, and it's hard to recruit tyrants because tyrants wants some special thing from the canteen.
Ooh, make
that.
the things from the canteen like the ways to recruit people.
Yeah.
And so it's like one item goes with one person, but the better people to recruit at the more high-paying sports cost more star points to redeem that item.
Or maybe you have to like do certain things to get those items available. Or okay, no, let's not do the. Well, maybe sometimes, like maybe you can buy things from the canteen, but they're very expensive when you can get them other ways.
Okay,
so
but like
that
you
whole
have to
week
spend,
of playing, you can spend doing.
So like
things.
on Monday, like it's Monday, on Friday there's a tournament. On Monday you maybe have 3 activity points, so you can use, and so after you use the 3 activity points, you can't do any more actions. So if you know that you're gonna, did we not want to do that?
See, I don't like, because that's the one thing I didn't like about Persona was that you had to like limit. Maybe you just have like a time limit, like each day lasts 30 minutes, so you have 30 minutes, and there's like a clock. In the top corner.
Like Animal Crossing kind of.
So, but then eventually you can buy like bobby pins from the canteen, and then you can unlock your door at night, and you can get out and you can roam the place at night.
And maybe there's different people that are just up at night and they sleep during the day.
Yeah.
And there's
my gosh. I love that.
This is just so nice. I don't. But like, so it's a real game. So there's not really like a twist that we make a lot of money from. Like, we're not having microtransactions.
No, it's just such a good game. I think this would just
a wholesome game.
This is just like the super inefficient golf, where it's just a good game.
Okay, what is so he's trying to get out, right?
Yeah,
Gene is trying to escape.
Yeah.
What is his relationship with the activities planner? Because I really like the idea of the activities planner just being such a nice guy. Like that guy from 30 Rock. I can't remember his name, but the really peppy guy from 30 Rock. I don't know.
Never watched it, sorry.
Okay, there's a peppy guy on 30 Rock, and I feel like he'd be a great camp counselor. That kind of vibe where he's like way too excited for everything.
I think that the relationship is just he hates all of the workers, like because they're all peppy. The activities director is like the worst, but like they're all super peppy, and he hates it because he sees them all as like the enemy because they're the workers. However, one of the people at night is the janitor. And the janitor can smuggle stuff in if you
so good.
If you give him certain things, like, or if you befriend him, and eventually, like at first, it'll be like, oh, he wants this in order to get this, or he wants a pair of panties from Noelle, and then you give them to her. But then eventually, he just becomes like your friend, so it becomes less complicated to get things in there.
Okay, can we make the nighttime a risk reward thing? So with the nighttime, there's better stuff at night.
Right.
Like if you stay up and sneak out of your room once you get the bobby pin, you can befriend the janitor and he'll get you smuggled items. And you can maybe meet other people or do things or sabotage things that happen during the day.
Right.
But you lose sleep. And so you have to sleep in later.
Yeah,
so you sacrifice your daytime for this nighttime, but it's not always a good trade because like the things that will help you on the tournament are only available during the day. The nighttime, I feel like, is prep for something. I don't know. I don't have it all.
I think it just like adds nighttime. Just adds an element to the game, like another you're unlocking an extra 30 minutes, and there's different things. Like, the place changes.
Does it hurt your daytime if you stay
Yeah,
up?
so
Okay.
you would, you'd be exhausted. Or maybe...
or you sleep in later and you get less time during the day?
You get less time. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. And then that can just stack on. Something we haven't really talked about much is, like, every character has their ailments, right?
Okay.
So, like, Lindsay is really, really, really smart if she gets her medicine, right? But if
Okay.
she doesn't, she has dementia. So maybe there's, like, a chess tournament, and Lindsay hates it there, and she wants to get out, and she sees things if she's not taking her medicine, and she likes that. But she's really good at chess if she does take them. So
you have to convince her to take her medicine?
To take so that you can get enough star points in order to... Just like stuff like that. And so everyone you can recruit has their own different ailment. Like, Susan is confined to a wheelchair, but, like, I don't know.
She's good at bridge. No, she's not. Randy's good at bridge.
Randy's
anyway,
good at bridge.
Okay, let's...
Not everyone is good at
everyone
bridge.
is good at bridge. I'm sorry. Okay, let's talk about something we haven't talked about.
Okay.
So the win, like, if you beat this, I don't know, 50-hour campaign, the win is getting out. How do you do that? How do you get out? Like, because
I think that...
it's a nice nursing home, so, like, they're not...
I think that also we need to have, like, what I was thinking is there's missions throughout this storyline. So if you want to get something, maybe you have to crawl through the air ducts, and that's like a whole mission, and it feels like a
stealth game.
Yeah. So it's not. So it is free roam. You can roam around the hospital and just do things.
But the time's still ticking.
Right.
Okay.
But missions, time stands still, and you can take your time with that mission. And when you complete that mission, maybe that's just like your whole night. Like,
okay.
So, but you need 4 people to do certain missions, or maybe you just need 2 and whatnot. So I don't know what they would be other than crawling through the air ducts or something like that. And you'd have to prepare to do those as well. So you would have to plan it out.
Maybe like heist missions where you have to sneak into the activity director's thing and get his whistle.
Right.
Because somebody wants to organize like a pickup basketball game that's not on the schedule.
Right.
And so that freaks the activities director out. So you have to go steal his whistle so you can referee.
Or there's bolt cutters in the greenhouse, but it's locked at night, and you have to go find it. But then there's like, I think one of the elements at night is that there's nurses patrolling.
Yes, definitely.
So it's a little
night
more dangerous.
Definitely has, and if they find you,
you lose star points.
You lose star points, and then nighttime is over.
Right.
Yeah,
And
like
you lose
messed it up.
And I think that's really good. How you would end the game, I don't know. I think, and I don't want this to be like on a timed thing, like you have X amount of days to get out.
The game can go on forever. It's just that every Friday there is a tournament.
Right.
And I think that I don't like the idea of like grinding like for the ability to be good at things.
Right.
So like I don't think it's like if you just don't participate in any of the tournaments but you spend like 70 hours just grinding and then you get into a tournament and then it's like boom, I win instantly.
Right.
Like I don't like that.
So I think so I think that at the beginning when you start with those 3 people who are like actually either don't care or they like being in the nursing home, you can swap them out, but you can only swap them out once.
Okay.
And then you can't replace. Like, if you get Tyrant, you can't later be like, oh, I want to replace him with Randy. Like, that is a permanent spot. Oh. So it adds a little bit of strategy to the game.
Okay.
To, like, pick the ones that you like. And maybe
if you...
It's a 4-on-4 basketball game, and you have to stick with those 2 because later on, you know that somebody will be
let me just tweak that a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of it's a permanent swap, let's say if you befriend one person, that would lock off somebody else. Like, there's a little bit of rivalries.
You befriend Randy, but Judy doesn't like Randy.
Yeah, so Judy will never be available to befriend you.
Right.
And so you've locked her off. Or something like that. I think
that's...
So there's like a risk-reward.
Yeah.
Do you want to get Terrence, who's great at basketball, but then maybe Randy hates Terrence? And so it's like, if you want to be good at basketball, you can't get Randy on bridge. You can still win bridge.
Right,
it's just going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, I like that element. I do... I like it to like I like that fact as well, but I don't know I like the permanent element because it's like it adds that strategy, but at the same time I like the fact that he's permanent and you can't also get that person.
Okay, so do you want it to be like super lock off?
Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe
I don't like.
Okay. I like maybe. And this is a little bit of a stretch, but what if you can play as that person now, and if you get them healthy enough, then they leave the hospital. Or they not lost. They leave the nursing home,
Okay.
and then that spot opens back up.
Okay, so it's like redemption. Like these are like
Right.
side. There's a game where it was like if you do certain things for this character, they would leave, but it was a good thing that they left.
Right, yeah.
And so it's like this: if you maybe help Susan take her dementia medicine, and she gets on top of that, she doesn't need to be in the nursing home anymore.
So what I'm thinking is, and circling back around to the end mission, you have to get people outside of the hospital, or
nursing
outside
home.
of the nursing home, because then he will come bring his car and pick you up when you escape. Right? There's certain things that you have
Okay.
to do. Like maybe there's a checklist. You have a checklist of certain things you have to do.
You have to get this person
And you
out,
hide
this
it
person
under
out,
your
this person
pillow.
out.
So you can walk up to your bed and press Y, and then you pull out the checklist, and then you can see what you've done so far.
Okay.
Or how to do certain things. And then throughout the game, you mark them off because that's not possible anymore. You'll put a check. So, yeah, we got Terrence out of the hospital, or out of the, nursing home.
It's a nursing home.
And then that's your car. That's your getaway car.
Okay.
And so you just have certain things, and then as you do those things on that checklist, events will happen inside the nursing home. Like, oh, you got him out of the hospital. That opened up a nursing home.
It's a nursing home.
You got him out of the nursing home. That opens up a spot for somebody else to come into the nursing home. And so Juliet walks in, and she has some abilities and ailments and whatever.
Okay, so as people go out, new people
Right.
come in, but it's very specific. So like Terrence goes out, Judy comes in. So if this person goes out, this person will come in. So I need to get this. Maybe the person that you originally send
Right.
out isn't even the person you need to be out. Maybe at the beginning of the game, you're like, Steven needs to go out. And you're like, there's no Steven here. And so you have to figure out who to get out so that Steven will come in.
I think that, I don't know, I like that. I think that adds like too much strategy. Because
Okay.
then you're like, oh my gosh, not only do I have to pick who I want in my room for permanent to X off that person, but then I also have to figure out who I want to send out to do whatever.
Maybe like the first person that always
Maybe it's
comes
just
in
like,
is this
maybe
person.
it's just a cycle. Yeah, like
The second
you send
person is
somebody out,
always
and then
this.
person-
Third
and the
person is always
person's
okay.
this.
How about so as we're seeing this, so Gene, the main character,
Yes.
is trying to get people, not kick people out, but get people out of the nursing home. He's trying to like help them.
Yeah.
What if it's because he's trying to bankrupt this nursing home? But this nursing home is good, but he's just like, if no one's in the nursing home, they lose money and they
That would
won't be open.
But I just feel like there's such like a long wait list that eventually he would just be like, okay, this isn't working.
Okay, and
I like, and I think part of what I think would be really endearing is if we gave each of these characters that you could recruit backstories. And so helping them get out of the nursing home, you would get to experience that story. So maybe you can get people enough people out of the nursing home, or you can get them to like being there, or
Okay.
just like their situation, but you get to experience their story and why they're there, and they're all how dementia affects people's relationships in real life, or how being confined to a wheelchair took away her passion, or something like that.
okay. So real quick, back to win condition.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get a certain amount of people out so that they can bring like a car or something to get you out.
Right,
Is
yes.
that what you're trying to do?
Well, that's one of the elements, and then you have to like set certain things up to get out of the nursing
Yes.
home.
Are there different win conditions? Like one is like become the best athlete, like best activity person in the. So like there's different routes. There's like the quote unquote pacifist route where you like just decide, okay, I'll play all these sports, and you become the best at all the sports or the activities.
No, I like it to be like a one. Like I think the best stories are the ones that are just like straightforward. Like,
Okay.
your character wants to get out. Now he may help some of these characters, and they don't want to leave. They become content, or they get over their grief for whatever reason. But your character never wants to stay there. Right?
Okay.
So
So-
the win condition is completing your checklist and getting out of the nursing home, and then you've won the game.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah.
We need to come up with a
But you
name.
don't have to like learn everybody's backstory.
Okay.
That's like a plus.
That's like an optional thing. That's like the completionist. Will learn
And there's
everybody.
like one guy whose story is like the easiest to complete to get him out of the nursing home, and then he like has the car. So like a lot of people, if you're doing like a speed run, or if you're just doing like a casual first playthrough, he would be like the first one. It's like he is put in the game specifically for you to get him out of the nursing home, so that you can
Okay.
you have somebody to drive the car.
Okay, but then there's better people to get out to help with that escape.
No, I just think that he's there because one of the checklist options would be you needed to get somebody out.
Okay.
So he's just like the easiest one.
Okay.
So you don't have to try as hard. So maybe the more endearing backstories are longer, or they've something like this. It's just like a bonus to learn about these characters. It's not like, but like if you want to do a 100% run, then you need to like help all of them.
So are the checklists just helping these people? And so for maybe like I'm not understanding what you're getting at with the checklist.
So checklist is just the things that Gene has planned in his mind that he needs to do in order to get out of the
so one is maybe
nursing home.
Get Kyle the getaway driver,
or just get someone out.
Okay, so get someone out.
Yeah. And then you check that off whenever you do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the title of this game?
Oh my gosh. Gene Goes Home.
Gene Goes Home? The Getaway Gene. I don't know. This is the brainstorming session. We just say different words until we maybe get it.
Wow.
Like, this is the thing. Because it started as nursing home sports. And, like, we have so far gone away from that.
Right. Yeah.
That I think it's something totally new.
Well, I just think the stuff like that just, like, writes itself. Like, you're playing basketball. You're just
No, yeah. But, like, we need a name for this game. Something catchy, something that rolls off the tongue.
Have you played Into the Grandparent Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse, but grandparents?
No.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
We've never done something this way, where we've had the game and we need to come up with a title. We've never done that.
Well, my title was Sports Grandparents, but that doesn't
apply now. And so, it's got to be short and sweet, but, like, memorable. Okay. And it includes everything about the game, and it's awesome.
All right, I've come up with the best name ever, and it's like... Okay, so the title I've come up with is Away Home.
Oh my. Okay.
So if you don't want a spoiler, skip ahead to the next segment, I guess. So Gene is trying to get out of the nursing home because he's trying to get back home to his wife. Right?
Okay.
Who has passed away. So, but Gene doesn't, like, he knows it, but he forgets that, right? So he gets out and goes home, and he's like, whatever his wife's name, I'm home, right? So you get through all this, and maybe you reference your wife, or maybe you have a picture of you and your wife, and you try to, their whole purpose is to get out so that you can go back and be with your wife because you're there, because somebody put you in there. You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be home with your wife. And Gene is just old, but, like, as far as the player can tell, there's not really anything wrong with him. Like, he doesn't have those ailments that everyone else does.
So it's like, why is he in the nursing home?
Right. And so that's, you can you can, like, kind of sympathize with him, but because it's like, why is he here? Because everybody else has an ailment, right? And then you finally get home, and it's like the twist is Gene's wife's already dead, right? So, like, he's just
it's like, really sad.
It is, but I mean, the rest of the game is kind of like a funny haha. So, and it is kind of sad, right? But, like, it's more real than him getting out, and then what does he do? Right, so that gives him a drive away home, and so
I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
And then, or maybe we could pull a Shutter Island, and this is something that happens frequently.
Oh, okay. So they're like, this happened again. He got out.
Again.
Why did he get out? It's like he always gets out. I thought we hid the bobby pin. We shouldn't have put it in the canteen. God. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Away Home. That's pretty good.
Away Home. So this guy's just trying to find a way home.
This might be the most wholesome game we've created. Well, not wholesome, but, like, emotional game.
Another game that I really want to play that does not exist. But will.
No, it will, because, again,
but it will.
We don't have money. This is the one that will make us money.
So this game is amazing, right? But we need you guys to go download Don't Knock Twice and download the Sandcastle VR game. And
we've really made Don't Knock Twice. Please go check the app store. Like, it's a real
go buy it and
game
then
sold
spend
separately.
a lot of money on it, please, so we can make a way home.
Because we have to.
Because you want to help Gene.
You want to help Gene, and you can't help Gene unless you get Don't Knock Twice.
Right.
The unofficial companion app to the adventure. This has been, I think we can all agree, really good. How would you rate? Because it's just us. I don't know if the listener can tell, but it was just us here.
It's
so
just us.
We have to rate this. So this is a follow-up to Super Inefficient Golf.
Right.
So, like.
And that was a 10.
That was a 10.
And that was a 10. Thing is, I just don't think. I think that, like, on Metacritic, it'd get like a 86.5.
So is that your rating?
Well, no, because I think it's a 10. But I like games like this.
Okay. I'm going to give this one 2 genes out of a Randy. Now,
Dang.
you can figure out how that goes, but that's pretty good.
That is, I mean...
2 genes out of a Randy. Randy can only play bridge, but it's good, but like 2 genes out of a Randy.
Yeah.
So...
Wow. That's pretty good. I think I would give this a Harriet on her medicine.
Harriet on her medicine. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, as we've established here, this game is happening.
Is going to exist.
It's going to exist and
it'll be in stores.
Away home.
Away home.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you so much for listening. This has been Games Sold Separately. If you have a game idea, please tweet at us at GameSeparate. And then again, if you don't want to tag us, that's fine. Just use the hashtag GamesPlease.
Games, please. My name's Logan.
And this is Zack. And this is the...
We still don't have a cool way to end the podcast, but we'll like a tag, just like a, hey, we want your games, or hey, we got some games.
Well, see, the music's just fading out right now. So,
like that.
That's okay. Bye.
Bye.